Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Thank you very much to the developer for sending me a key to dotAGE. I think it's supposed to be a play like dotAGE, you dote upon dotAGE. It's a whole thing. So I wanted to actually try this out before recording it. Played it with my girlfriend. We were playing for about an hour. I left to do other things. She played for like 4 more hours. So I very much have a sense of familiarity with the start of the game, but it's very incremental. You very continually unlock things. This wasn't all in one day, by the way. There was broken up, but it should speak highly of the game and the fact that it always has that like one more turn sort of mentality. You're unlocking things as you go, so there are going to be a bunch of things unlocked here that I have not seen, and I'm gonna kind of have to figure it out as I go. I'm okay erasing that story because I know she gave up on that one, but I don't want to reset the entire game, and so I'm going at it fresh here, as she got better every time. Good for her. But I'm going in from scratch. There will be things unlocked, but I will be discovering a lot of it along the way. So you start with your village elder. I'm going to start on regular normal difficulty. I actually already changed the font. I find the default font to be a little hard to read, so that's already been changed. Let me tell you a story. It begins before any of you were born. We have been traveling for days in strange lands. This is the story of how our village was born. The story of how we defeated the prophecy. So the prophecy is a record that's always showing you the upcoming disasters and things so you can try and plan ahead. It all began in a lush, secluded valley that we found after several days of traveling. Just a few more steps, you slackers. We're almost there. My feet hurt. There's lots of different combinations of like hair and things. They're all like randomly generated. The pips. Oh, I was so young then. I convinced some pips to follow me into the valley. Where'd they come from, though? Like, did they have nice lives before that you forced them to leave behind? There's kind of a weird grid system where the grids aren't continuous. There's like a gap. It's kind of strange in that way. I honestly don't know if I like that part of the game. This is it. This is the place I told you about. We have to stop here. You'd better not be lying about this new life, Elder. Impertinent! Follow my example and all will be well. Now get to work. So there's a whole tutorial that goes along here. I am going to fast forward through it. I still want the hints to appear. That's totally fine. I don't know how I feel about the gapped grid. It's fine when it shows you everything like this. I'm iffy on that one myself. So you can see here's how everything starts. Decently large, not crazy, but I assume you do expand outwards. You break down rocks, forests, what have you. Early food supply, berries are going to be important, so I want to make sure that as many of these like berries as possible are in my area. I actually don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a type of berry. Let's go with that. That does include one of them. Oh, why couldn't I do that one? Oh, because it's on top of the chickens. I do want to keep the chickens. Also, another important food supply. So we'll stick it there. This is our main starting hut. Everything is turn-based, so you're not under some insane time pressure to make immediate, instant decisions. You got a little bit of time to kind of click around and maybe figure a few things out. No one is going to be busy with anything just yet, so what I should do right away, I will assign 2 of you to harvesting berries. They will eventually run out, and you can only hold a max 40 of anything. So that must just be a different type of berry, because it's just blueberries and berries. They're not red berries, they're just berries. And then when they're blue, they're blue. So I can add the forager, which requires wood. So I would have to build it next to one of those. A relatively important thing is your research, the thinker's post. So I'm going to throw down a thinker's post, and it needs to be nearby nothing. So eventually I will want to build things probably alongside these berries, alongside these trees. Up by the chickens there. So maybe something like that. Does that feel isolated? Maybe down here. I'm just trying to think, where am I unlikely to ever build something? So I'm going to try and stick you down in this corner there. So someone will have to be auto-assigned to construct it. It won't be ready to use until tomorrow. And in that case, I might as well put 3 people on harvesting food. that'll just be my focus. Food in, wood being spent towards building that thinker's post. Everyone turns in for the night. So you assign your pips, try to get as much going as you can, and there you go. That's one day down. Now I get to start thinking about researching. So there are a lot of these memories that have been unlocked that I haven't seen. Most of these tabs aren't even available early on in the game. These are all things that once you've played, it slowly rolls all that out so you have an opportunity to learn some things and not immediately be overwhelmed. I know that really early on, a lot of this stuff is going to be where I want to be spending my time. So I'm going to start in like these early rows. If it has a little flask, that means it is not researched. Signpost lets you expand. That's a good one. The wood pile, you need that to get wood. Useful for construction. I could try and get a farm going like really quickly, whether or not that's super useful. Water. Having water for everyone is probably a good call. Hunting will be useful. We already have cabins. The chicken pen. Maybe we just immediately invest in the chicken pen? It's so hard to know where to start when the game doesn't, when you're not doing it where the game is teaching you things as you go. Let's get accrued. Well, I just got to pick something. So we're doing that. We have one person committed to researching. I will take one person off of food in order to add a cabin. It adds road, holds 2 commoners. I want to leave room next to quite a few other things. Like I probably want to have a hunting pen next to the chickens, that sort of thing. So let me stick it here, just a little bit away. And so now I have one person thinking, one person building, 2 people harvesting food. I think that's fine. Push forward. The decision to choose what to research was the hard part for me. As soon as that's done being built, I'm pretty sure the 1 is indicating how many days are left on that being constructed. I have a lot of food. I have a lot of food coming in and I'm not spending a ton. The wood pile. Maybe I just want to get a wood pile going to make sure I'm generating wood. So there's only the 3 locations where it actually can, 4 locations where it can be placed. I'm going to go down along the bottom here. I figure if I want to keep constructing things, that's going to become important. In these early days where I don't have that many people to feed, I don't need everyone pushing up on the foraging here. I actually didn't realize that was going to expand my territory at all. So I guess it adds that left position, so that can be used strategically rather than relying on signposts exclusively. So now, I have one of you who just constructed that, who now is not doing anything. You're quit chatting her up while she's doing her thinking. I'm going to take 1 more off food, because now I want to assign 2 of you to make a baby. All busy. Just start adding additional pips here, because it's difficult in the sense that they all need to be fed, but pretty okay with it in the trade-off of having additional hands. I probably want to get some hunting going, other food resources other than these berries. The thinking is coming along. A signpost, maybe too early to do that big of an expansion. We have the wood pile. Oh, but no one was assigned to the wood pile. I did screw that up. And foraging. Foraging actually can be used when these berries are like running out. That's an alternate way of gathering up different food resources. It can be set to be hemp, seeds, or berries. You can have a lot of different things going. It's kind of cool the way there's like the variety to that. So I'm going to put you on a wood pile, you on foraging. And so now I have 1. I have 1 pip who's like a child. And they will grow over the next few days, and then they'll be an adult, and we'll be able to do something with them. What did you go find? What are you falling in love with behind those trees? What did you just go do? Meditation. The village gains 2 nature. He just went over and went and did that? Thank you. You can check the Agepedia, and it describes everything, like what the benefits of that are, how you get it, all that. I'm just skipping for now. So crude well. I will have that option when the time comes, and then that goes forward to regular well. Mostly I'm afraid that sooner or later things will start burning down. I'm afraid of it because I know it can happen. So I'm preparing for that a little bit, only partially. This is more advanced than I need at the moment. Remedy rug. Oh, okay, to heal people. If people start getting sick, that will happen. I do need to be worried about that. I don't really know what good the meeting point is for. Oh, again, there's a special mitigating resource here, like that little smiley face thing. That's cold, that's fire. Those are to work against threats that eventually arrive. Chicken pen. Holds 3 chickens, needs to be near a dwelling. It'll take 6 days. We might as well get that going. I'm pretty okay with you guys all focusing on harvesting. There we go. We lost a berry bush. 1 berry bush has already been maxed out. So getting a chicken pen going will be a pretty valuable addition overall. You know what? I'm going to take 1 more off of that, because I think I should start getting some foraging huts, I guess, if we're going to call them, into place. Yeah, I feel good about that. Let's do that, because then I can convert it to making food for when these inevitably are exhausted. See, are you like meditating again? Or are you just about to have a fun idea? Oh, dope! He just contributed 3 research. Novel idea. Thanks, dude. That's actually going to help that long a lot. Did you look at those chickens and think to yourself, like, yeah, I want to eat those, and I want to do so reliably and efficiently. So now this is currently set to generating hemp, which will be useful for healing people when the time comes. And I'm not necessarily that desperate for food at the minute, so maybe I try and maintain. Oh, do you know what though? I'm going to anticipate something that I know is coming. As soon as that chicken coop is built, then they are going to require seed to be fed to keep generating food for the village. So I will allow that. You can only make babies twice at a given location. That's a relatively important thing as well. So I'm going to take 2 people off. Oh, I can't, because a child is already growing up here. So, nope, you guys can stay doing what you're doing. I'm jumping the gun. Yeah, as soon as they're growing up, I got to remember to just make another baby. Bang it out. Get it ready. Wham, bam. Is our little baby going to have an idea? Positive healing. You guys are just checking in on each other. General wellness, maybe. Hey, nice. We're generating some positive vibes. The village gains 2 health for good wishes. Things will start arriving via the prophecy that are like sickness and disease, and you counteract that by having a supply of health. So it's not going to show it until the negative has started factoring in, but that will be coming, and that will make things difficult. Let's see. I guess I could just try and chuck a well down somewhere. 2 times during water events. It doesn't need to be near anything, so that's not a direct consideration. I know it can't be near that, and it warns me. It warns me that it'll produce 0 if you put those next to each other, so I don't want that. All of these they're only going to be 1 production. So, well, right there, right next to everything, sure. Let's try and just add a variety of things so that we have different options depending on what the negative looming events are going to be. So, chicken pen added. That novel idea was fantastic, man. That helped out genuinely so much. So, herding in town center. We have the herding now. Requires dwelling within 1. So you actually have to build it. And if I build it on top of the chickens there, they go away. So here's where I want it. I want it next to that cabin there. It's going to take him a couple turns to get that built. I'm eating a lot of food and generating none. So I just got to be mindful of that. And it's a good thing that I'm generating more wood. Generally a good thing. Maybe I start thinking about the next expansion, actually. I think I want to make sure that I'm near enough resources. Wow, not the best of options overall. I'm going to expand down here. Wow, that really isn't great. It's only going to give me access to one new berry bush. But I build it, I spend the day on it, what have you. Oh, I haven't set a new research thing. It's good that it warns you about that stuff. Add an egg farm, a butcher's table. So maybe I don't want to go that direction just yet. I can start worrying about farming maybe. Or I don't know. I don't know if the game, if you benefit from kind of sticking down one path. An altar or a retreat. Over on this side of things, I could create a clearing. It's a big step down to get to that next stuff. I mean, there's memories that aren't even unlocked yet. Gathering stone, a wood stack, a workbench, general growth, hunting tent, so you can get hunting and fishing. Hunt fish within 2. That is quite near. I'm not really down to there. Hunting, you need critters nearby. So the chickens, that all counts as critters. Let's research hunting. I just feel like having a variety of food options is generally going to be how we advance. Hey, our guy is fully grown up, actually. So, am I willing to make that trade now? One turn where lots of people, 3 different buildings are being focused on. We're committing this turn quite wholly to just growth. Different things being built, new baby being built. And then everyone can get redispersed onto food and these berry bushes and hopefully get the chickens going. And I think one thing that I'm doing wrong here, and kind of made a mistake on, it's fine, it'll be alright, is I have to lure an animal. So it costs a person. Someone has to go there and that becomes their job. And they spend seeds to do so. These chickens are separate. This guy's just chatting them up. They're having a good time. Friendly with each other. That's not really what I'm looking for right now, though. You are harvesting berries. That's good. I want that. I want one person thinking. And the other thing is, I'm a ways away from hunting. So that's not going to do. So I might as well just put you on berries as well. Let's just get an additional food source going in the meantime. I'm pulling water all of a sudden. And it's not from the well. Because the well is not being used. Maybe it doesn't have to be. That might just generate on its own. That'd be kind of great if a pip doesn't need to be committed to that. The first vision. The vision of the impending doom. The apocalyptic vision. I remember it vividly. Gather round. The visions came to me. I saw the future and the world is doomed. The apocalypse is coming. You brought us here to die? Don't be stupid. We're here for a reason. We can stop this. Let me tell you about my prophecy. So, today, according to what I saw, we will encounter many events in the near future. I don't actually know what these are. Oh, those are positive things that just emerged, and a doom event awaits us at the end. We must prepare for it. So at the very beginning here, coming up, I foresee an omen. The domain's threat will increase, and nothing can be done about that. It will be tied to the fear domain. Unknown, but it'll be fear, then it'll be heat, and at the very end, heat. So fear is the most immediate thing. You said we'd find a new life here. Disrespectful fool, are you calling me a liar? Work hard and the dooms can be defeated. This is what I saw. Now that you all know about the prophecy, we need to work hard to survive. So, this is the little smiley face. They are hope. We are starting, I believe, in a hole. I see we have been cursed. An omen is coming for us. Something bad is going to happen. So we're starting off with 0. There's no hope in sight. You have a 50% chance of obtaining a good event. Based on the current threat, you will need 3 more hope to get 100%. It's really not crazy. 5 days away, though. Oh, which makes me think we maybe need to be switching gears. Because within 4 days, we could be generating a meeting point. So, I'm switching it. I'm switching it over. It resets to 0. Now I just want to check. Because I was trying to build the hunting tent, right? Good. It stays at 1. You've put 1 towards it, that stays. That's actually really helpful to know. I'm going to build a second thinker's spot so that when the time comes, when I know that one of these events is like imminent, I can just blast it out. Oh, it can't even be near like a bush. God, it's so limited. That bush, this... I might be able to fish there, so I don't know about sticking anything there. I don't know if I'm going to do any farming. I've maybe ruled out farming. It's funny, he like runs around in the different spots. I didn't notice that before. The second thinker's point, you get to hang out next to the water. Am I committed to that? That's my only real way. It's fine. We'll expand out that way. Hunting, fishing, whatever. This feels out of the way. I am going to go with that one. I'm overthinking that. Push on to the next day. Our food supply is okay. The water must be generated automatically. I must not actually have to worry about that one, which is nice. Takes the tiniest bit of pressure off. Child is growing. I've created 2 babies in that cabin, so someday I'll have to get another one going. He automatically is staying to do some thinking there. So I will commit 1 day with 2 thinkers, and then I'll take one of them off because it'll be excessive and not needed. So I can redistribute in a moment. We're generating more food than we're using. This thing is great. This thing generates a great amount of food, doesn't it? +4. This... I don't know. I honestly don't know how I just checked that. It's fine. It's fine. Cure burning. I don't have that right now. Right. So it just generates water. It doesn't require a person is assigned to it. A person is out there getting me water. You know what? I don't really feel like I need that right now. This berry bush. Huge deal. And I do want you guys to maximize this. Like, these bushes already ran out. And I was kind of taking people on and off. This one will surely run out soon. So I might as well just keep someone on there until that feels for sure. This will be really easy to survive. And the negatives of it aren't going to be that bad. But I might as well stick with it for now. I'm debating whether or not I put forward another signpost. Ooh, I've used up a lot of seeds. And we've only lured 2 chickens? Someone's already doing that still. Yes? So I'll leave that in place. Do I just do another signpost to try and keep things growing? Another cabin, perhaps? More foraging could definitely be useful. I think I'm going to go signpost. I'm not going to make it to water from there. I could get a lot of good berry resources. This seems like the better short-term planning. Just try and get near the water, get near some berry bushes and things. So those berries are gone. Exactly. I've maxed those out. Luckily, this thing generates a ton. So I'll feed myself on berries for quite some time. I don't know how many people can be assigned to... see, now this is out now, too. He automatically went and sawed out another bush. So that's actually really helpful that there's like a certain level of automation to those choices from these goobers. So I have someone foraging, luring chickens, thinking, and woodpile, and harvesting. I swear I have 5 people doing things. I'll leave them to their lives. All right, let's go back to the hunting tent. I guess we can see. We've unlocked a grave, a shared table, and relaxing stand. So things that'll make people happy and get along and lead fulfilling lives. But none of that. I'm not worried about any of that right now. But culture. And we do want to build a meeting point. It's only going to take one. It'll take 1 day. That's fine then. We're not worried about that. Wait, +1 of dwelling within one. Okay. That's great, actually. We will stick that here. That's totally great. You guys got that all sorted. If I take you off and put you on. Yeah, that stays. I guess I'm going to assign an additional thinker. I don't know if that's the best place to assign my pips at the moment, but sure, let's juice up the research a little bit. Now I can put 1 to 2 people on the meeting point. I actually don't know how many. 2. You can put 2 up there. So you're coming off thinking, oh, it has to be 2? Yeah, because you need 2 people. They have to get together. They have to talk. They have to hang out. So we're only going to generate 2 happiness, but that'll mean 83% chance of positive outcome rather than my previous 50-50. It was a little flirting with some high risks there, so I didn't want to keep that. Is this the fear event happening, or the chickens? Did a chicken just die? A creature disappeared. Fleeing animal. Fear threat increases permanently by 1. Dang. So that's a negative thing that has now worked against me, counteracting my lovely meeting that my nice social friendly pips have been having. It said fear permanently increased by 1, and it still says 0 there. Now I'm at 100%, which is also not what... Oh, it will be 100. It will be 100. I honestly don't think I want to contribute an additional day to that, at least not yet. I think I want an additional cabin. And there's a lot of things that when they're built on or near cabins get benefits, so I'm gonna make sure there's a nice range of spaces surrounding the cabin. That'll be marginally important, so let's do that. Maybe I just need to set up more of these foraging stands, because it's gonna be a minute before I can hunt. That's coming up pretty soon. Let's think about this. I'm not really gonna make it to those water bodies, so reaching these chickens seems more useful overall. I'm gonna build a signpost out that way. Sometime soon here, we'll be able to bang out some more babies. I'm a little bit worried about my food supply. Hunting will be researched soon, and we can start relying on that. The having to go back to lure more animals, that's a pain. That I'm not excited about. Here should be the day of our fear event. So I could have stayed there 1 more day. I thought that was already... Oh, no, the fear event was the chicken. Was the chicken disappearing, I think. So that wasn't that bad. No, because I know there's like this roulette effectively that takes place. If awake, the domain will generate 1 fear per day. The domain is sleeping. How do I wake it up? So that already happened. Fleeing animal. We crossed it. Unknown. It'll be fear-based. I don't know what's with the +1 permanent because it stays at 0. So I guess I just don't understand that one fully. I forgot that berry bush was there. Didn't notice. I have no idea. I'm glad that it is. That's very helpful for me. All right. Hunter's Lodge. That's pretty straightforward. That takes care of itself. I'm a little bit surprised. Everyone still has tasks. The guy who built the signpost, I guess he just went and harvested berries after. I'm bringing in seed. Yeah, I kind of want to change this foraging out to food, because food is becoming concerning. But the seeds are really important for keeping the chickens going. Oh, do I need a butcher then? We have the hunter's tents. That's something. That's a pretty important step overall. And now we can get the barbecue to cook some of the meat we're catching. I'm curious about the chicken pen. The chicken pen, egg farm, +1 for each chicken within 1. And you need a farmer to work it, because you can see most pips just have that bald regular head. It's next to the hammer there, and the hammer, bald head, 1 sun, 4 wood. Bald head, though, is the part I'm looking at. Here, you need a bald head basic pip to build it, but you need a farmer to work it. And I actually don't know how to... And there's other specialized pips, and I don't know how to get specialized pips. It might just happen. They might just automatically become that. But then there's the butcher's table, which inputs chickens or something. There's wild chicken, no, regular chickens, unknown, and I don't know what that is either. I'm not going to focus on that because I don't understand a lot of it. Fishing posts, though. Fish within twos. Oh, so does that mean there are like special blocks that have fish? It's not just a matter of being on water? That might be, and I don't know. So I'm a little bit worried about that one. That's probably not where I'm going to push. Hunting tent, critters within 2. Yeah, that's we're going to stick that there. And that'll start generating some white meat for us. Food situation's doing all right. And because it's doing all right, for the moment, let's go make another thing happen. Ooh, I didn't select my next. Do I just want to start farming? That seems like it has high value. We know that a heat threat is coming eventually. So having the cooling technology will be important, even though it's not immediately. So I think I would actually like to research that, even though it's a ways away. I'm trying to anticipate and prepare for that. That's the thinking. Rofiro. I like that they're randomly generated names that they give them. So great job with the baby. Proud of all of you. It takes a village. Everyone can go back to harvesting. Still waiting on another chicken. I could have built a hunter's dealio here. Maybe I should have. There's still the option. There's still places, but maybe that's where I would have got the most out of it. I think we just roll it again. There are seasons, and things will start changing quite a bit with the seasons, so there's some mindfulness that needs to be put towards that. Your people start freezing, burning up in the summer, fires will start, all that sort of craziness. So this guy is busy turning chickens into meat, and apparently that takes a few days. That's fine. Or you could change production, but I don't know what those inputs are. Rabbits. It looks like a rabbit. I don't know, a duck or something. But chickens are what we got. That's what we know. Stick with it. I can improve my research. You can remove these bushes to make room for more stuff that you're trying to build. That actually could prove quite useful. I don't know if I need that immediately. I probably don't need more wood piles. I kind of probably need more people. The food situation's a little worrying. Let's get another forager going. I'm going to stick it here. It's away from the thinker's spots. That's fine. Yeah, let's try that. The food is doing okay. Oh, look at him bashing up those chickens. He's having way too good of a time with it. He's just leaving a mess there. That's going to be real traumatic for these chickens. They just fall on their back when they fall asleep. Is that what's happening there? I see. I see an unknown event coming upon us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope. We can fight it. So we're 5 days away from an unknown prophecy. Event level depends on the accumulated fear and will be a maximum of 1. So it's only going to be 1. I'll have a 67% chance of a positive outcome while doing nothing. I do not think I need you building hemp. Let's focus on food. It's only 2 food a day, so it's not fantastic, is it? Meat situation is okay. I'm a ways away, I guess, from the need to have a meeting spot. Let's try and focus on making sure we're storing up food for now. we'll know we have the puddle. Again, that's a ways off. It's not an imminent threat, but it's good to have it as an option. Ooh. Is that... It's going to be adding 1 per day. So the threat of it is adding. So there's a little bit more of a need to protect ourselves than I first thought. Things like the grave apparently make people happy. That's weird. A shared table, if a social building is within 2, requires dwelling within 2. They food and water, and people do it together, they will have a good time. Or you can just chill. Requires hope makers within 1, heals 3 distressed, and pips with infusion. It gets complex. There's quite a lot. The barbecue turns white meat and wood. 1 white meat into 4? The barbecue's crazy good. Let's get a barbecue going. I should take off 1 person from what they're doing. You're making seed. We can lose seed for a moment while we generate good positive energy across the community. Make sure everyone's vibes are in tip-top shape. The amount of resources trading back and forth. I have crossed over into a period where I need to be very, very mindful of food. I'm depleting food quite aggressively. Supposedly I have now beaten that event, or, you know, mitigated it thoroughly enough that it's ready to go. 2 foragers on berries. They are lagging behind on what we actually need. I'm going to get another person thinking to get our barbecue going relatively quickly. Do I get a forager again? Or another hunters? What about this? Are you generating anything for me? Are you good? Are you good to have? Is that... I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore if that's worth anything, really. So let's think about maybe doing hunting. It'll take you a few days. We're gonna go with that. That counts too. That's good to know. That's within 2. So we're getting the raw meat. That's coming in. A few days away from the barbecue. Can we keep ourselves fed long enough? I may have not focused hard enough on food. I was so concerned with mitigating this. Oh, but it's still adding, so that's not like permanently resolved. Oh crap. that's a little worrying. Maybe I shouldn't have built another hunter's cabin right now. I don't know. Wood, I definitely don't need wood right now. Wood, I'm not worried about. I'm taking you off of wood. Oh my god, but my seeds. You guys are going to max out my seeds already. I will take 1 of you off of hunters. Off of the thinking. What am I saying? Off the thinking spot, you're going to the meeting spot. This will go up to 4. The next turn I'll have 2 thinkers to get the barbecue fully ready. People are going to start going like sick though. When they're starved, it has like negative outcomes for the individual pips. And so I have quite a bit of concern surrounding that. You guys, you've done great work overall. We got another guy hunting. Can't assign a second guy. It's a one person job. Maybe we build 1 more foraging station. Oh, that's not great. It really isn't. Let's just go chuck that up, I guess. So, someone's gonna eat raw meat. Just go eat the berries. There's a way to control this, actually. Don't eat meat. Yeah, don't eat meat, you morons. Don't eat raw meat. Save the raw meat. The raw meat... is a desperation thing. The barbecue will be ready soon. Ooh, but people are basically going to start starving. I have another forager's spot. I'm barely keeping these chickens going because I'm out of seeds. Here's the thing that I was anticipating. This, like, randomization aspect thing that you're working against that didn't play out last time. We ended up with the positive outcome, so we're doing okay. Oh, you can... Maybe that's unlock new memories using memory points. Where are you two going? Just discussing the latest threat? Pips found some wood lying around and want to build their own home with it. Should we let them? Cabin appears. Village gains 5 wood. Let's just add a cabin. Are they going to choose where it goes? They did. Luckily, I don't think that upset anything. I don't think that really ruined anything. That's kind of awesome. Oh, because that's a positive trait from the fear thing. Ingenuity, choice. Okay. So that's all the more reason. It's not just a matter of mitigating the negative. It's like to increase your odds of getting a good event. And so that seemingly will make quite a difference for me. Food situation is not so good. One less thinker. Should I be worrying about growing things? Tomato field. But I think you need to plant the soil first, then the field. Add soil terrain. And this is confusing to me. I actually don't know. That's very unclear. Crap. Didn't mean to assign that. Hope and things like that. Do I need any of that? I need food. Food's the one that worries me. Tomato field needs it costs water and seeds to build. Takes 5 days. And 6 inputs equals 2 tomatoes. I don't really understand what the inputs are. Plus do if water maker is nearby. But the tilled soil must be needed, right? Herb picker I don't see value in. I don't know if researching the tomato field out of order makes sense. I might be really screwing something up there. Let's try the memory unlocks. Mini events unlocked. Oh, okay, so a bunch of stuff has all happened. So maybe I will leave. Those are supposed to be rabbits? What the shit? That's the least looking rabbit I've ever seen. Cats. That's fun. I'm gonna leave all that because presumably I'm just gonna back off and let my girlfriend play the game more. I'm into it. I'm enjoying it. She's picky about her games, and so when she finds something she likes, I don't want to be ruining her progress or whatever. So I'll probably leave it alone. Oh, it's the difference of baby, adults, and wild. Gotcha. Do I only have 2 in there right now? What the shit? 0 out of 3? What'd you do, man? Oh, they died because I ran out of seeds, didn't they? That sucks. That's real bad. Why would you do that to me? That's not what I wanted. Oh, wait. +3 of dwellings within 2 requires hunting within 2. Dwelling and hunting right there. That's perfect, exactly what we wanted. Right next to the actual chickens themselves. That's going to take 2 days to construct, which I was not prepared for. We're using up 7. We got 4 coming in. We are not really staying ahead on that. Oh, I don't want hemp. That can stay, but we're changing you to making food. That's not what we want at the moment. That should keep us going. Keep everyone healthy. Keep things moving. You worried about water? What you worried about water for? What good has that ever done you? This is frustrating. The chicken situation is no good. That's still 1 more day's construction going on there. I don't even think I got to like eat them or anything. So I don't even know. I don't know what benefit I got from that. That was kind of crap. I genuinely think that went very poorly. Okay, we're effectively staying ahead on the food. You've been thinking up a storm. I appreciate it. I appreciate your brain. There we go. So you will be on barbecuing duty, hopefully. Is it going to be like one per day that you're doing that? Are these going to keep replenishing themselves? It costs wood. It costs wood and chicken. But we're about to start having quite a lot of that coming in, which means I can start shifting you to seed. I might even switch 2 of them to seed. Is that crazy? The fish, suddenly cooked fish, but I don't even have raw fish, so that makes sense why that's not anything. I'm a ways away from the next event. I don't need a puddle still. Signpost I'm not worried about. Chicken coop is especially non-concerning. Okay, I got some decent things on the go here. Wait, I assigned... Did I weirdly just end up clicking the same thing? My brain may have autopiloted myself in a certain way, certain extent. We're losing food and things all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make do. It's kind of wild seeing that trading back and forth and all over the place. We have so much raw meat, and the generation at the barbecue seems quite positive overall. So I'm waiting on that. They seem angry? No, they're laughing. They're all good. Nice. Good. Having a pleasant, cordial talk. I'm trying to think of where I can most afford to let up. I don't think I want to make another baby yet, even though I have the locations to do so. My meat production is ahead of what I'm eating. No, it would be dead even. No, don't eat. Why? Don't eat that. You don't have to. There are other things. Why would they? Because I guess they're not eating things that haven't been generated yet. I think that's why that's happening. That's very annoying. And what I'm going to need to do now is switch you back to berries so that no one goes eating raw meat. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Oh, but again, it's the same issue. Because it's... I'm never ahead. I'm never ahead on that. Don't eat the raw meat. Stop that. Quit making that a priority of any sort. You're going back on berries for a second. Do I take you off of that entirely? Maybe I take you off of the Thinker's plot for a second while I, like, add some level of stability here. I don't know what good inhabiting that is. Eggs. Do you know what? Tomato field, I don't know if you're doing what I need. It's so hard. It's so hard. It costs a lot of wood. It costs a lot of time. The eggs presumably would be really, really helpful. I'm abandoning the chicken coop. Not doing that anymore. Hard, sudden decision. Just cut. Fully no thank you. But what do I do instead then? Oh, no. They're regenerating. It's fine. I'm panicking. I'm worrying about the wrong things here. Do you know what I should do, and I think will do now, is generate a signpost out to here and just gain access to a couple more berry bushes. They are overall higher productivity than these foraging spots. So for a little bit here, I want people on the berry bushes. Get a nice supply of food until I get hunting a little bit more like stabilized. So that is no longer what you guys are doing. 2 of you are going on berries. We will get way ahead there. Not way ahead, I guess, but enough that you should stop eating that, for crying out loud. Oh, one of it is going towards the barbecue. You're not eating it. Good, good, good. That's not how I interpreted that, but this is better. You can go back to researching, and I still got someone to spare. Water, wood pile. We're using up wood. We're cooking things and what have you. That'll be a better location. I think we're nearly at the end of the season. And you can totally remove bushes and things to make room. I think I've said that. I think that's come up. It's kind of interesting that you can't spend resources to replenish those berries. To some extent, that's like kind of a done deal. I can feel it in my bones. The next season is coming upon us. Get ready for it. So now the next season, you have to start worrying about the looming threat of heat, which is now coming in 5 days. You can work against that with things like investing in building the puddle that I still haven't touched. Costs a couple wood, takes a day. It costs water and makes cool. It makes cool. But then you stick it within one of the water well and it makes a slightly more. But I have no one to spend on constructing that at the moment. Now we're at a very crucial point here where this is the whole one more turn sort of hole that you just inevitably fall into with this game or ones like it, but especially something like this. I'll get you building that, sure, why not? There's a degree of complexity here that has not even remotely shown its hand just yet. Oh, you can see there are things totally in those rocks, so you would be able to go harvest those. I don't know about fish still. I don't know if that can be anywhere. It's special locations, what have you. I just wanted to check. Wanted to see it roll over to the next season, or if that maybe already happened. Oh, it still says spring, so it's a little ways away. It's not perfectly split how I'm picturing. But it's cool. It's cool the way that you can start choosing when and where you want to spend things to unlock, and you end all the way down the memories. And just by doing things and building new buildings and comboing them together, sometimes your elder remembers things. He's like, oh, right, of course, when you have water and seeds, you can make crops, and like little revelatory moments like that. dotAGE has been incredibly positively reviewed. It's having a real big moment. The release after 6 years of development seems to have been very, very successful. So I'm happy for them. Ooh, I accidentally just pushed spacebar and went the next day. That's I hope I was happy with where I had everyone placed. It's a tough game to record and show off in the sense that this could go on for hours. Hours and hours and hours. I actually don't know if I think the game ends by reaching the end point of the prophecy, but then potentially you can keep playing after that. I'm not confident on that, actually. But it's an interesting cycle, and you always got to be thinking just one turn ahead, so it's really not that crazy. It's satisfying. It's a gem. I recommend it. I'll have a link down below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Very reasonably priced, or add it to your wish list, what have you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon.